What is going on, my YouTube family? Sergeant Graybeard at Graybeard Gaming Group. Today is Monday, November 2nd, and as always, I hope this message finds you healthy and safe. In today's video, we want to go over some questions that we received from you over the weekend, and we also want to talk about this upcoming Wednesday, which will be the first state of the game that we've had in about a month. Now, if you happen to be new to our channel, first of all, welcome. Secondly, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We would love for you to be a part of our gaming family. And if you enjoyed this or found it helpful, take a quick second and hit that like button. It really does help us out. The first thing we want to get into this morning has to do with Ridgeway Pride, and a lot of you have reached out over the weekend saying that you're missing one of the 5 components, you're not sure really where to look, so what's the best way to actually find all the pieces you need in order to complete the quest? And one of the problems is that there's so much different information out there in regards to how to actually get this done. I was able to find each piece in the 20 floor increments. However, I know other gamers that found like 2 pieces within 3 floors, and it was totally different for them. Having said that, from what the developers have said, this is how it's supposed to work. Every 20 floors you can get one of the components, and the breakdown is as follows. You can get the body armor between floors 1 through 20, the shoulder pads between 20 and 40, the hunting knife between 40 and 60, the flag patch between 60 and 80, and the dog tags between 80 and 100. Now, the good news is that since Title Update 11.1 came out, you can do this on any difficulty, so that doesn't matter. But if you, for instance, are looking for the flag patch, from what the developers have said, you can only find that between floors 60 and 80. Therefore, if you've already completed the summit, you need to get back to that section of floors in order to get that flag patch. So I know a lot of us, want to see a change in the summit take place where we can then jump to certain floors at any time we want. And in my opinion, that has multiple benefits. First of all, it helps you farm for these components. But secondly, from what I've seen, and let me know what you think below, is the loot is better the higher you are. So that way you can jump to these higher floors because the threat scaling, when it's higher, it's just better loot. As always, you have to keep in mind, it's all RNG, so, you're going to have good sessions and bad sessions, but in my opinion, recently, and this has to do with just the summit, I've gotten the best loot when I've been in a group and I'm on higher floors. Which actually brings us to our next topic, which is matchmaking, and a lot of you have said you're having one of 2 major issues with that. It's either A, you can't find a group at all no matter what, or B, and this has happened to me multiple times, is you're put into a group and then moments later you're kicked from it. Now, in my experience, when I have issues with matchmaking, it's usually when I try to find a group from the summit itself. So what I recommend doing is try to find a group from DC. Just open your map, go to matchmaking, pick the difficulty, and, like I said, for me, it's worked better doing it that way. One more thing I'd like to clarify for some of you that were asking, and then we'll move on, is your game will always save at the highest floor that your character was on. So let's say if you were on floor 80 on your own and you joined a group that was on floor 30. Whenever you're done with that session in that group, you will have the ability to go back and start at the highest floor that you were at previously. And if you're having issues with that, please let me know in the comments below because it's information we definitely want to pass on. The next thing we want to talk about has to do with the actual quality of the game itself, and there are a lot of issues that we have been having as players of this game for a while, and it's not just about system crashes and things like that, it's about the gear and certain items working properly. What you're seeing on the screen right now is a tweet from the Division 2 a few weeks back. It says next state of the game will be on November 4th when we will introduce the upcoming Title Update 12. And my friends, in my opinion, this is the most important title update the game has had. And I say that for the following reasons. We all know that when they launched Title Update 11, there were going to be some changes made to the game and there was going to be the summit and all this stuff, but we also knew that it wasn't fully complete and the game really wasn't where we wanted it to be when they launched it. Now, 2 weeks after Title Update 11, they launched 11.1, and with that, it did bring some good changes to the game, but from what they've said, they're not launching Title Update 12 until Season 4, and that's not supposed to begin until the beginning of December. And actually, my friends, we're going to switch topics real quick. This tweet just came out. It says, agents, the servers will shut down for maintenance tomorrow on Tuesday, November 3rd, blah, 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 blah. Estimated downtime is 3 hours. The notes are the following. They say they are going to fix an issue where control point supply rooms would remain locked after killing rogue agents in the activity. They're going to fix an issue where certain floors in the summit would have missing objectives or inoperable elevators. Next, they're going to fix an issue where recalibrating attributes onto lower gear score items would also downgrade the recalibrated value. And finally, they're going to fix an issue where the rate of fire attribute in the recalibration station did not appear at its proper maximum. And as I finish reading that, I can hear probably 90% of you going, what about the issues that we care about? What about the loot quality? What about the issues with the Dark Zone? What about the issues with, all of these different things? And that is why I was saying earlier, or a moment ago, is that is why TU12 in the state of the game is so important. They need to give us something tangible before Title Update 12. They need to focus on certain bug fixes because, guys, we're a week away. I'm going to speak for myself right now. We're a week away from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm jumping to that game the second it launches. And look, you guys have heard me say I'm always going to continue making content for this game. I mean, I love doing the new stuff and bringing you updates and things like that. But, if they're not launching Season 4 and Title Update 12 until December, they've got to fix some stuff before then. So now going back to what I was saying before, that tweet just came out, is it has to do with what Title Update 12 is going to bring. Now, I'm not going to read you this whole thing, but they put this out, a week or so ago. When they don't have State of the Games, they do like a weekly update and let you know kind of what's going on. Now, the most important things that I take away from this are the following. Season 4 arrives with Title Update 12. They've already told us that Season 4 is not going to arrive until the beginning of December. Now, I love seeing the fact that with TU12 in Season 4, there's going to be a new specialization. There's going to be new gear sets, new exotics. But again, that's a month away. So in my opinion, between now and then, they need to make the loot better in this game. Because that is the only thing, my friends, that will keep people coming back to this game, is the actual quality of loot. It's the fact that you don't feel that you've just wasted time playing it. Now, a lot of people will say this game is dead. The game isn't dead as yet. And actually, what's funny to me is, and this happens very rarely, but every 5 or 6 videos, someone will comment like, dude, this game is dead, you're wasting your time, why do you bother, all this stuff? And I'm thinking to myself, why are you watching a video of a game that you think is dead? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, my point is this. Moving forward, what I would love to see from the team over at The Division is actual communication on a regular basis in regards to things that the majority of the community is talking about. And I get that, it's been a month since we had the state of the game. That's fine. But during these periods of time where you're not giving us something in the game itself, I really think it's important to let us know just a little more detail of what we can hopefully expect, because otherwise we're wondering if anyone's actually listening, and we all want this game to succeed. A few more things, my friends, and we're going to wrap this up. First of all, it has to do with, a lot of you are asking, where's the best place to farm? How should I properly farm for items that I'm looking for? Because right now, the summit happens to be a great place in order to farm, but the problem is the loot isn't dropping. One thing I'm doing is I'm still just farming missions, control points, elite convoys, things like that. Because like I said, in the summit, I'm not getting that quality that I'm looking for. And the quality with a few directives in the open world seems to be going well. I did one of these last week. I will continue to do here and there those, farm this today type of videos on days where there are certain great items that a lot of people are looking for on certain popular missions or, control points that people enjoy. I'll definitely keep putting those out for you. One final thing in regards to farming, in my opinion, if you're going to farm the summit, always do that in a group, because from my experience, you will get better loot in a group with no directives than if you play solo with 4, 5, or 6 or whatever active. And with that, my friends, I think we're going to wrap up this video. I wish I had other answers for you. It's not that we're ignoring certain questions, it's that we haven't heard anything back in regards to missing loot or apparel keys. But as always, whatever it may be, as soon as we have that information, I'll bring it right to you. As always, I want to take a quick moment and thank you all for the continued support. Some of you may know that on Saturday we cracked 5,000 subscribers. That's a huge milestone for us. Our channel's going to be 7 months old this week, and again, we just can't believe the support you've given us. Make sure if you are new to this channel, you hit that subscribe button. We would love for you to be a part of what we're doing here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button. But most importantly, as always, take care, be kind, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.